Hi, PN, it's Wednesday. We got a second bed in the second bedroom so that we could have people stay on a real bed. So I've been hanging out on it a lot lately because it's fun and quiet and dark in here. This week we're talking about fantasy, which is kind of cool because it's pretty much one of my favorite things of all time. I started liking fantasy when I was a kid just through Disney movies. My favorite Disney movie now is Beauty and the Beast, and I used to watch that quite a bit, but the one I watched over and over and over is Peter Pan. I watched Peter Pan so many times that the VHS tape, when the crocodile came, it would just like freeze for me, like fast forwarding through it because it was so scary. So it just like stopped working at some point. Peter Pan was like my jam, and so that I think really started like my delve into loving fantasy, and then obviously Harry Potter just nourished that into like full immersion completion of being a fantasy nerd. Potter really made me a reader, but I never really got into reading a lot of books until about 2007. I started reading Libba Bray's A Great and Terrible Beauty trilogy, which I really love. It's probably the only thing that she's come out with that I love. The rest of her stuff I'm not super stoked on. Love the Gemma Doyle trilogy, and I think that was like a whole other realm of fantasy too that really got me excited again about fantasy books after Harry Potter. And so fantasy is a huge part of my life. I really love everything there is to do with it, and I really feel like Disney started that. So thank you, Disney, for like that and everything else. I think what makes fantasy so interesting is just this like magic idea of like everything is a little different in this world, but it's not like high-tech different, it's like magic different, which makes it super different from sci-fi. But yeah, there is like this magical element to fantasy that makes it so, for me, so much better than sci-fi. But I think they're both great, and fantasy holds a very special place in my heart, more so than sci-fi. There's something about opening a book or turning on a movie or a show and being whisked away to like this fantasy land, really, of just where magic is real and everything that happens is so beautiful and unexplainable. Like there's just something about that kind of world that speaks to me, and I think speaks to a lot of people, which is why fantasy is such a big deal. So that's kind of where I wanted to go with that topic, and just talk about my history of fantasy and how much I truly enjoy it. When this uploads, I will be in San Francisco, probably on Alcatraz Island. I'm going on vacation this week. We're going to San Francisco, and then we're driving down the 101, you know, and doing Big Sur and Monterey Bay, and driving all the way down to Seal Beach where my parents live. And we're gonna do Disneyland and Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and I'm so excited! So that's where I'll be. That's my nerdy pleasure this week. That hasn't happened yet, but on Sunday I also went to Rose City Comic Con, which is like a smaller Portland Comic Con. Portland has two Comic Cons. We have Rose City Comic Con, and then we have Wizarding World comes through town. Wizarding World is always bigger and it has bigger stars, but there's something I really love about Rose City, and mostly that it doesn't cost as much. Stan Lee was there. There was some really great panels. It was just fun to be with nerds and look through all the booths, and I just love looking at nerd art and crossovers. It's like my favorite thing, and so it was so much fun. Question, I forgot my question. My question for you guys is, do you like better, fantasy or sci-fi? We'll see. I know Kyle's gonna go sci-fi, so it'll be interesting to see what the rest of you say. Alright, bye!